Hello all you beautiful people, I hope you have had or are having a fantastic day. If you're new around here, welcome. My name's Salam, the teenager who talks about teenage stuff because there simply isn't enough of it on the internet. Guys, if you're new around here, I'd appreciate it so much if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're on the road to 200 subscribers by the end of the year. I know you're awesome, I know you will make it happen. With the winter break coming up very shortly, well, I don't know how much of a break it's actually going to be. COVID-19 has seemed to, done its own sort of thing, taken us on its own little journey. I'm going to be wrapping up my first semester in the IB, so I thought I'd let you guys know some of the things I found out, some of the things that you guys might want to know if you're coming into the IB next year, potentially in 2 years' time, but we'll go through some of the things that I found out. I'll confirm some of the myths, some of the truths that you've probably heard from your senior students. Before we continue, however, let me know in the comments down below whether or not you'd like to see a day in the life. I'll take you into school, if I can, I'll ask. I'll take you into school, show you around, and essentially take you from my morning all the way up until my evening. Let me know in the comments down below if that's something you're interested in. I'll make it happen next week. For those of you wondering where I actually am right now, I'm in Dubai. I'll put a little map of the world right there for any of you who don't know where Dubai is. But COVID here, I'm pretty sure we're on like 140,000 total cases. Probably have like 3,000 active cases. I'll put the stats somewhere on screen right now. But schools are operating at full functionality. Like, we took a break for around 6 months towards the beginning of the year, when the whole crazy lockdown thing was happening around almost the entire world. Ever since September, we've been back at it full force, and this is the first year of my IB journey. It's my last 2 years of high school. It's kind of crazy when I say it out loud, last 2 years of high school. Next year is going to be my last first day of school ever. I'm going to be driving in like 2 months' time. It's crazy. Time goes by pretty quick. But yeah, anyways, schools around the UAE, well, at least in Dubai, they're operating at full functionality, full force. However, there are some restrictions. So it's not school like how you imagine school to be. Either you are a student and you've been hit the same way that I have. You go to school, you wear masks, you get your temperature taken, you have to observe social distancing. Other than that, we've got some other specific rules, like 4 people to a table. But it's not school the way I remember school, the way you probably remember school before COVID, before all this craziness. When we were doing the whole distance learning thing, okay, it was good in the short term, but when we started IB during distance learning, it wasn't possible because the content, which is the first thing that I want to start with today's video, the content, the workload, it's insane. I'd never expected there to be so much content in the curriculum. And either the IB, there are other more content heavy curriculums out there like the A levels. Oh God, I can't imagine what they must go through. But in general, if you're taking a higher level, let's say science, if you're taking a very content heavy subject, even math, it's going to be crazy. So pick carefully. That's the first thing that I realized when I got into the swing of things and when I first started coming in to school physically and we did like proper full force learning. There's a lot of content. And of course, with a lot of content means crazy workload. Guys, after my school day, I go to the gym, I get home, and instantly it's work, and more work. Of course, I take HL biology, which is probably the most content heavy subject out there, along with HL chemistry, along with HL math. So that's the main thing that I say has changed from the MYP to the IB. That's the most noticeable thing that has happened since I've gone into the IB. It's just the crazy amount of work that we have to do. And the funny thing is, this is gonna make me sound like a complete utter nerd, but it's not even the fact that like, oh yeah, it's work, I'll just let it go. The IB does something to you, man. It changes you. It makes you want to work. I know that sounds super weird, but trust me, you have to experience it to believe it. You have to go into the IB program, sit through your courses, get home, and if you say you don't want to finish it, you don't want to work, then you're doing something wrong. There's just a level of satisfaction to it that I didn't experience in the MYP. I don't know, maybe it's my mindset that's changed, maybe it's my levels of motivation, but if I get math work, I'm like, okay, if I don't do this math work, then I'm going to suffer. And that's what kind of makes me work. Along with, of course, if you haven't seen last week's video, the super cool dopamine to-do list video, highly recommend you go watch that. I'll put it up somewhere there. I don't ever know where it is, but it is going to be in one of those 2 corners. The next thing I've noticed that has changed quite drastically is the amount of exams that we have and the frequency that they occur at. Now, of course, you do have a reduced number of subjects compared to the MYP, so logically you'd probably think, well, that should mean I have less exams. That works out, yeah, the math works out, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. If you have teachers that are anything like my chemistry teacher, every single time you walk into a class, you will have a quiz at the beginning of class, and that quiz, funnily enough, is going to count towards the grade that you're gonna send to your university and they're gonna see. So yeah, but no, I couldn't be more thankful for those quizzes because they keep me on my toes and they keep me studying. Without those quizzes, I don't think I'd be able to acquire knowledge at the rate that I do acquire knowledge at right now. So prepare yourself. You're gonna have 1, 2, multiple exams over the course of every single week, but you won't mind. And that's the one thing that's drastically changed. You won't mind the fact that you have exams. You'll actually look forward to those exams because they're a way of seeing how you've progressed, of seeing how much you know, of seeing how you're actually doing in the course. And that indication of where you're at is actually a really good thing. For those of you in the IB right now, let me know in the comments down below if you're experiencing the same sort of thing that I am. Am I the only one? Am I crazy? Am I just some weird, ridiculous nerd? I don't know. The next new thing that I've discovered when coming into the IB is the fact that you have less subjects. You just heard me mention it there, but you have 6 subjects in the IB. Now the types of subjects you have, they'll vary from the individual to the next individual, but you have more freedom than you did in the past. You can pick things that you enjoy, things that will actually lead you to the future that you want to go down, the path you want to go down, and it'll help shape the individual that you become. So those 6 subjects, it's more enjoyable than it was in the past because you do have that freedom. I get even people coming from A levels, you have 3 subjects that you focus on or 4. And that's amazing because now you don't walk into school going like, oh my God, I have to do this. Well, maybe for some subjects that you really don't want to do, you still do that. But most of the time you shouldn't walk into school going like, oh cool, I have this. What are we doing today? What am I gonna find out? That's the mindset that you're gonna have when you come to the IB. And if you're sitting there thinking like, oh no, that's definitely not gonna be me, then you're gonna wanna hear out to the next thing that the IB does to you. It changes your lifestyle. It changes your mindset. You no longer walk into school, as I just said, thinking, oh my God, I have to do this, oh my God, I'm in school. You go into school going like, yes, what's new today? And along with that come a couple lifestyle changes. I don't know why, I don't know if it's just my school, I don't know if it's just my friends, but all of us started getting into fitness really heavily when we got into the IB. It's probably just hormonal changes, teenage stuff. But I feel like there's more to it than that. My group of friends, we were all like, oh cool, yeah, video games, get your homework done, and then chillax, relax, play with your friends. Now that's changed. No longer do we play video games after school. Now our time consists of either doing work, going to the gym, exercising at home, doing things that improve our health. And I think that's one of the main things that happens to you when you come into the IB. You take greater responsibility of yourself as an individual. You learn how to be a person. You learn how to take care of yourself. And I think that's the main thing that the IB does. And if you walk into school, if you walk out of school feeling motivated, then I think you're on the right path. Now guys, I'm going to leave it off there because it is literally almost 10:30 at night when I'm filming this video because I've been working all bloody day. Another wonderful thing that the IB does to you. I'm yawning in between each of these cuts, you just don't get to see it. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, I'd be super appreciative if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As you heard at the beginning of the video, the subscriber goal is 200 subscribers by the end of the year. Oh my God, I just said that super quick. But yes, 200 subscribers by the end of the year. I know all of you are awesome out there. You will help me hit that goal. I'm pretty sure we're on like 160, 159, I'm pretty sure. Without further ado, if you're feeling extra generous, share this video with your friends. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see all of you later.